Hello everybody, and welcome back to a TBO, where it's not pre-recorded, or it is kind of pre-recorded, but it's not as pre-recorded as it once was, because it's a review.
It's actually been a very long time for us since we've done a TBO, apart from James Bond.
But that's because we're doing a review again. Even though last week was a review, but that was a review that we pre-recorded. Because, hey, we fucking hated Alita Battle Angel, so...
Yeah, that was a terrible film, but you know what wasn't a terrible film? It was Venom.
Yeah, so, unfortunately America got this 2 weeks before everyone else. Or at least some places got it 2 weeks before. Because America had it before us. I managed to avoid spoilers for the 2 weeks.
I did not.
But I knew... Oh, did you find out the end credit scene?
I didn't know that, but Screen Rant spoiled it for me. I wasn't even looking for a spoiler. It just popped up on my Google feed saying, Screen Rant, oh look, spoilers ahead for the rest of the episode, just pre-warning, about to spoil it. What Venom eating Carnage means.
Ah, yeah.
Headline. I don't even say spoilers in the headline. No, just the straight spoiler.
But I really like this movie.
I do too. It is very short but sweet.
Yeah. Like it's an hour and 30 minutes, roughly?
Yeah, but without credits, because there isn't a post-credit scene, so...
Nah, there's one mid-credit scene that has massive implications, and we're going to spoil it right now, so...
Yes, so shall we start off backwards then? Shall we go with that first? Because
yeah, let's go backwards, because this is the film that everyone's talking about.
Yes, absolutely. So, the post-credit scene shows... Let's start off about the beginning, this good scene. Venom and Eddie are somewhere in a city. I don't know where city it is. Likely New York, probably not. Maybe
no. I think it's a holiday destination or something in like a rundown. It begins in like a rundown, like motel, like a foreign one. Because they end on so the movie ends. That's how movies end. It ends on them on a beach after defeating Carnage and everything, and straight up killing them all, like killing Shriek, killing Carnage. So they burned through those quite quickly. I was surprised they did that. Although, I guess you can't have a serial killer still alive at the end of your movie, if it's PG-13.
No, yeah, it's true.
Also, the end credit scene of this does still mean that they can bring it back, because end credit scene is Tom Hardy gets put into the MCU.
Yeah, he does. So that does mean the trailer might have actually shown Venom?
No, I still think that's the Lizard.
I think it is too, but it might be. You don't know.
I think what's going to happen in Spider-Man No Way Home is that it's going to be a post-credit scene of Venom doing something maybe not even in that movie. They might turn up, but I don't think they're going to turn up for very long in that movie.
Wow, I actually had a bit of an opposite opinion of that film. Whereas I think Venom might be part of Sinister Six, but then he might turn at the end and actually help Spider-Man.
This end credit scene is very interesting because, one, it seems like Venom knows who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
And it's mentioned that there's a hive mind that can do massive amounts of information. So my guess is that Venom's hive mind is multi-dimensional. So they have the knowledge of the other Spider-Mans from the other Spider-Man movies.
Well, this isn't so much, if I remember, like Spider-Man, it's not so much multi-dimensional as different timelines. As each option creates a different universe?
Roughly. No, because there's different people playing... That I think the time jumping in Endgame is him timeline-wise, but I think the multiverse thing is them with different characters playing the same thing. So like Tom Hardy's Venom is now in the so there would have been a Venom in Tom Holland's one, but it's now Tom Hardy's one. And there's Andrew Garfield's universe, and there's Tobey Maguire's universe, and those universes were on top of, whereas what happened, those branching timelines cut into the other universes, I think is what their timeline is. I think the time jumping it's very complicated. I'm amazed how Spider-Man's going to be able to explain this, or Doctor Strange is going to be able to explain all this. They have now got more time to work on it because all of the Marvel movies got delayed.
Yeah, but I still think he is going to be in Spider-Man, and
Oh, I'm sure he will be, but I don't think he's going to be major.
Well, I think he might be major because Venom doesn't like Spider-Man already.
Yep. He says that guy.
But Eddie is trying to make Venom good to an extent.
Well, Venom wants to be good, but he wants to kill people, and that's what Tom Hardy doesn't like about it.
Yeah. So, but I think eventually Venom might help Spider-Man because Spider-Man's going to need some help defeating Sinister Six. Even with Doctor Strange. Him and Doctor Strange, I don't think will be enough. Depending if Doctor Strange is evil or not, which he might be.
I don't know. I feel like if they keep stuffing characters in, no one's going to get really any time to shine. So I feel like they want to do Spider-Man with Tom Holland and Tom Hardy. I think they'll do it in a separate movie. I don't think they'll...
Well, the great thing about this film is that they don't need to introduce any new characters because all of them have been introduced.
True. But you still have to make it a satisfying Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, but you can make it satisfying without having... So you don't need much story for any of the Sinister Six, realistically, because you already know they all hate Spider-Man. You already know why.
Yeah, but you got to know why they hate this Spider-Man.
I don't think that so much matters, as much as...
I think it does, because people have a big problem with Tom Hiddleston... it's too many Toms. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, which is he doesn't have any villains that aren't created by other people. So, because it's... Adrian Toomes is Tony Stark's villain, but Tom Holland's Spider-Man takes it on. The Mysterio is another Iron Man villain turned to Tom Holland's Spider-Man because Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the one trying to stop him. So Tom Holland's Spider-Man doesn't really have a villain that he created himself. So I feel like if they're going to put that's the thing people are worried about with Doc Ock, is it will undo Andrew Garfield's Doc Ock, because at the end of that movie he's good. And so if they just have villainous Doc Ock again against this Spider-Man, all it is the nostalgia of seeing Doc Ock again.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. They have to justify. I mean, Doc Ock might be part of Spider-Man. Who knows? Maybe he's not a villain. I reckon there's going to be a few twists and turns in No Way Home. I'm looking forward to it.
I hope there are. I really look forward to it. But now that we know that he is in that universe, he could turn up. But I don't know. I don't know if he would just... Maybe Venom is the cause of what the multiverse is. Although that makes no sense because he turns up... It's weird, though, because that time travel thing, it's showing Spider-Man... So maybe it's happening... Because the clip is that he's in the news and it's him without his mask on standing around.
Yes. I mean, I don't remember what... So J.J. Jameson was there.
Yeah. J. Jonah Jameson.
That's the one. I meant to say JJ because I can't remember all of the J's. The Triple J guy, that's what I'm calling him. I can't remember what he said. Did he say the trial of Peter Parker or...
Maybe. It's been a week since I watched it, so...
I watched it yesterday, I still can't remember.
Well, I was going to watch it again today, but I had to do other stuff instead. I had the ticket booked, but then I had to cancel that, so... But
yeah, I can't quite remember what he said, but it's either this is at the start of the multiverse or it's at the end. But I do wonder... I don't know if Doctor Strange is evil or not now. At one point, that theory was floating around. I dismissed it. And then,
what, Mephisto?
It's always Mephisto. Mephisto will turn up.
Yep, Mephisto is gonna... As soon as Mephisto turns up, I hope it's just a guy at this point. I hope they just have a guy called Mephisto turn up.
Yeah, it's just a guy on the street like, hi, I'm Mephisto. And just walks away. Yeah. That's it.
Just gets shot in the head. It's just like, oh, that was the big bad of the multiverse.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Multiple theories are online. We got some. Everyone's got some. But we will give you our review.
I had the theory that Venom caused the multiverse shift because he's going to show Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock all of the knowledge of the symbiotes, and then doing that causes the multiverse to tear because he can't handle it. That was the one I heard, and I was just like, huh, people are weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
People don't understand these sorts of things.
Anyway, but working backwards in the film, I want to talk about the other thing towards the end of the film, which was Mulligan, Detective Mulligan's character, where he didn't die.
He's got eyes.
His eyes turn blue. Now, do you know who this is in the comics?
Nope, not a clue.
So Mulligan is actually Toxin in the comics, which is another symbiote villain.
Ah.
So
isn't Toxin like the anti... Oh, no, there's an anti-Venom as well.
He's anti-Carnage, Toxin.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. That guy hated.
Yeah, I think Toxin... So Venom births Carnage, but then Carnage births Toxin.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this could be setting up Venom 3 here, and also let's talk about the box office.
So it would be Tom Holland and Venom teaming up to take on Toxin.
Maybe, or maybe Toxin is an anti-hero as well. Who knows?
No, I feel like
it's
that
not guaranteed to be Toxin,
crooked.
but just saying, it's like...
No, because that cop hates Eddie Brock, so I reckon he's going to fucking try and take out Eddie Brock if he finds out Eddie Brock is Venom.
Yeah, probably. But Venom 3 is like to happen because it did...
Oh, yeah,
It has made 286 billion. No, that's not right.
Billion.
Million. 286
I would be impressed. That would be the biggest movie of all time.
Oh, look at that. Madness.
That would be Avatar like 10 times over or something like that.
No, 100.
Oh, yeah, 200. Yeah, 200. Yeah, I'm bad at maths. It's been a long time. It's late at night. Yeah,
so I think Venom 3 will get green light now. I think Andy Serkis already said he wants to do it.
Yeah, I love the action in this movie with the CGI on it because it all had weight. That's what Andy Serkis does really well. It all has like a weight to it. Like,
yeah, it's not so much overused. I think Venom still has a problem of blending into the dark a bit too much.
Well, he doesn't have the big white spider on his chest.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is probably going to happen in the next movie if Tom Holland's Peter Parker is in it. Because they can do Black Suit Spider-Man on Tom Holland and then take it off, and then Eddie Brock gets the white spider again.
Maybe. We'll wait and see.
Because that's why it happens in the comics, and that's how he gets webbing as well, is because he takes it from Spider-Man. That is the reason why Venom has that white symbiote spider on his chest, is because he took it from Spider-Man when he got Spider-Man.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
That's why they can't use it on Venom with that, because they can't justify why he'd have a spider on his chest. Without going, oh yeah, I just had a spider.
Let's go through some other plot points.
Mm-hmm.
What about the chickens in the film?
I love the chicken.
Those chickens are great.
Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, it's amazing. I loved it. So when Eddie was going to Venom, oh, why can't you eat the chickens? And he just sort of pauses for a second and goes, I don't want to.
I have bonded with those ones.
Do you know what would have been funny if you formed a symbiotic relationship with the chickens?
I would have laughed if Eddie had just cooked them up when Venom was outside of his body, and just then Venom comes back and goes, nope, you fucking die, you killed Sonny and Cher.
It's so funny. I actually really like Venom in this film. Venom is, I think he plays really good. I admit, that sentence made no sense. I'm so sorry for all the listeners who had to listen to that sentence. I really apologise. I really do.
Yeah. I just love this character interpretation, because this character just looks like shit all the time. Like, Eddie Brock just looks like the worst dressed man, like, just sweaty, just stressed, just fucking looks like a downright do-rag. It's just like...
Yeah, well, that's sort of the point of this film. So the whole, I think, premise of this film is about dealing with being alone. So you see Eddie losing Anne.
Venom. Yep.
The love of his life, which turns him into, like, just state, unable to do anything. And then you've got the same thing as Cletus Cassidy as well. He's being alone. His is a bit more different, but that's, I think, sort of the similarity.
Well, shall we jump to Cletus Cassidy then? Let's get into our villain.
Yes.
Because Cletus Cassidy, we get a 1996 prequel bit showing his life, which is very weird because I found out Woody Harrelson's 60, so that age, and he's like meant to be 15 in that scene, so it's like... That puts Eddie, like, Cletus Cassidy so weirdly aged if you think about it logically. It doesn't bother me.
It is weird. Woody Harrelson's having great fun.
Oh yeah, everyone's having fun in this movie. Everyone's just having the time of their life.
Yeah, this film, like, the whole tone of it just sort of doubles down of the greatness of the last film. Where it's not taking itself too seriously. It's just about having a good time.
Just exploring these characters' weird relationships with each other.
Yeah,
it's a romance film.
I definitely like a lot of the character interactions in this film. Between Eddie, Venom, also the hatred of Dan Venom as well.
Yep. We got to respect Dan. We got to respect Dan.
Got to respect Dan. He did help a lot.
He did a lot. I was surprised. He saves the day at the end, sort of.
He does, sort of, until Venom says, nah, he barely does anything.
Yeah. But, so we got Cletus and his love, Shriek, who has the shrieky powers of Birds of Prey lady. Can't remember her name. You know, the
Canary
lady from
Black Canary.
Yeah, that's Black Canary. There we go. Just generic. You can scream really loud, and it doesn't. I thought when that, I know it's PG-13, so I was kind of hoping when she screamed in that dude's face, it tore his face off, but it didn't. Like the.
To be fair, in the UK, it was 15.
No.
Which would have been allowed in this country. Funny enough.
No.
I find it quite funny how they try to tone it down to be like, oh yeah, let's make it PG-13 to make it more tonally
Still a lot of
acceptable.
violence. But
There was.
Not bloods. Yeah, not a lot of blood splatters, but that's fine. I just kind of wish... I would love to see a Venom R-rated, because I think Carnage lends itself to an R rating, and it's a bit disappointing that they didn't do full-out blood, guts, gore, slice and dice them.
No, but they did make use of Carnage being a serial killer, because there's a lot of death in this film.
Yeah. They had a fucking tornado of Carnage.
Yeah, that was cool. I was actually I didn't expect that coming.
Yeah. I was just like, what the fuck? Was it? What? They did Carnage good. I'm sad that he's gone.
Yeah, true. Also, I like the backstory card as well.
The what?
The backstory card. Where Cletus Cassidy posts a card to Eddie, and then the writing's going on
it's
like a
just
circle.
spiraling. Yeah.
He's a complete nutcase.
Yeah. Also,
Actually, I enjoyed that whole backstory moment, actually.
I think they were meant to do that card with blood, but they chose just to red pen it.
Actually, it's
Like, it
probably
was meant to be
I think the
written
blood
with
bit
his
was
blood.
more the spider squashing.
Yeah, but I think the original plan for that was that they were going to do it with he was doing it with his own blood, like pricking his finger, writing it down like that.
That would have been much
But,
better. But
yeah.
they can't always.
I think they just
do
did red pen. I might have missed it in the scene if they did stick with it, but
that. I don't think they did.
nah, I doubt they did. It's probably too gory for children.
Yeah, definitely.
I love the designs of those two. They're just great.
Also, we got the wedding as well. So that's the whole end battle.
Oh yeah. I was like, wedding? Oh yeah, Cletus Cassidy and Shriek just hijack a priest.
They do.
Just go-
They kidnap the priest and make him get married. But they have 3 guests:
Yeah.
the detective, Eddie, and Venom.
Who? So yeah, I was like, okay, what's this cop doing at the beginning when the flashback's happening, and then it's like, I don't know why she has such a hatred. I guess because he shot her in the eye.
Well, I don't know how she survived. I think it's an eyeball thing keeping her alive. Maybe I don't know.
No, I think because she had the. I think it's just bullet in the eye. Like not a super powerful bullet at that point. I don't know. Or
Maybe it went through sideways, so it went through like the side of the head or something. I don't know.
yeah, clip through the eye, out the other side, and then the side's just healed. Because there's a scarring along the eye. It's quite interesting. But yeah, I like the rave scene where Venom's just out because he's left Eddie, and then he's just attaching himself to people, and they're just dying because he's using up all their life force. And it's just no one seems to notice because everyone just thinks they're passed out drunk.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
It's quite funny, isn't it? It showed that we were alive, isn't it? Really.
I was just like, oh, I love Venom in a fucking club. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't change the voice every time. Because that would have been a nice
I think
little...
I was too, but I think the reason why they didn't
is so that people didn't get confused.
Yeah, because Carnage has its own voice as well, which I thought was Tom Hardy at some point. Initially, I thought it was.
No, I think it's Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I think it is later on, but at the start, it sounded like Venom right at the start speaking, and it sort of transitioned away to me.
Yeah, it's not high pitched, which I thought it was gonna be, because I feel like it would be higher pitch. Because
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
did
meant to be
sound very
crazy
similar to
psychotic. Yeah, that's the thing that I heard people complaining about. It was like his voice isn't high pitch enough. It was because it was meant to be like crazy psychotic, like
Yeah, it
laughter.
definitely should have been something like that, 100%.
Then you can distinguish them a bit better, because it was kind of hard to tell sometimes. But I do like the one fuck you in the movie,
What's that?
because it's when he's like, oh, I just wanted to be your friend, Eddie, and then he goes, oh, fuck this guy, and just eats him.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, that's a good use of it.
Yeah, I did like that. That was actually pretty good. Also, the other thing I did like was Venom finding all the dead victims of Cletus Cassidy.
Oh yeah, doing his job.
I
I
enjoyed
like
that
how they
whole
just
scene.
made Eddie Brocker just a completely shit reporter. It's just like, yeah, you're terrible at your job. You don't do anything. I had to solve this for you, and you
Yeah.
took all the credit. It's just like, yeah, well, fuck you. I love their relationship. It's just great.
It is, and the most funny thing is Tom Hardy talking to himself.
Yeah, Tom Hardy just acting like a lunatic in front of himself, just bashing himself in the face every time, and it's just like, yeah, see. Also, did you notice that Cletus and Carnage says I instead of we, whereas Venom and Tom Hardy say we?
Oh, I suppose that's the relationship, sort of.
Yeah.
To the they are not symbiotic.
Well, they I think they're symbiotic in terms of like matching, but they're not in mind. Although I think in the comics they're meant to be like the most symbiotic pairing, and that's why they're so deadly, because it's a serial killer and a symbiote that is designed to kill. So I don't mind the change, because it's an interesting look at the relationship. But I think in the comics they're meant to be like the Carnage and Cletus are meant to be the most compatible symbiotes, even more compatible than Venom and Carnage. Venom and
Well, I think they were
Brock.
a bit more compatible until I think the only thing that stops them was Shriek,
yeah,
because Carnage hates Shriek.
well, because it's one of his weaknesses is the
Yeah,
sound.
yeah, doesn't like her.
I don't think she likes him either.
Also, because Shriek was about to scream, but then Venom was like, "No, I'm just going to
Nah,
say whack,
fuck it, just
whack
bash
you
her."
against the bed instead." I wasn't
Yeah, I
expecting it
love
coming.
that. I was like, oh, he's gonna use it, and then no, he just bashes her against a bell, and then she fucking gets crushed by it. It was great.
I wasn't. Gonna...
I like the fact that when they're falling, Venom jumps off and then jumps onto the other two, Dan and Anne, and it rolls down and then catches Tom Hardy again, because Venom has to jump off because he would die, I think, because of the sound or the fire. And then
Probably, yeah.
once he gets on once he gets out of the range, because he drops down faster, because he's jumped off, then he can catch Eddie at the bottom, like with a bit more strength than Cletus can with Carnage.
It was pretty
I like
cool.
that. Yeah.
We also
I do
got
like the fact that she's
female
straight
Venom
up
again.
Yep, everyone's horny fantasies. I like the flirting.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. Well, the what I don't understand is, how come she gets the female Venom body, but no one else does?
Because Venom likes her.
Is that the reason?
And wants to, he wants to make Eddie fucking horny for himself. It's like, give me a slender tone. You love this woman, I'm gonna make her sexy for you. I'm gonna make myself look sexy to try and get you to fuck me.
What?
The tentacles, mate. You gotta love them.
Oh, not the tentacles.
I'm sure there's fan art. I'm sure there's fan art of Eddie Brock and Venom.
I'm sure there is. Also, some of the music as well. The music was different than what I expected from the trailer.
I don't remember much about the music. I know the
that's everything. The
Eminem
music...
song is less obnoxious.
Yeah.
At the end, it's not Venom.
No, I think it's Eminem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who did I say?
I don't know who you said. I think it's. I know Eminem did something in this film.
Yeah, Eminem did the end song. He did the end song of the first one as well, and it's the Venom one. If you remember that.
I don't remember that one, but I was expecting it to be more like the one song in. Or I was expecting more of that tone for the whole film, but it just wasn't.
I like the music, but I don't remember it. I never pay attention to the music soundtrack unless it's like a Guardians song where it's
I always try to pay attention to it just so I can do these reviews, you know.
See,
because
I
most
find
people
that
don't pay attention to it. But the thing is,
well,
even though you're not consciously paying attention to it, it does make the film.
It does make an effect, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the only way I can listen to this Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse soundtrack is to watch the film, because I can't watch it without the film. So I literally have to, if I want to listen to that soundtrack, put on the film.
It's a good film. It's a good film.
Yeah.
It's well won an Oscar.
Yeah. And it had an end credit scene that showed Venom.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. It at the end, it's in another multiverse. It goes to Venom and shows a clip from Venom.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I don't remember if it's in the home releases, but it was in the cinema when I went and watched it. And it was like, in another universe. And then it showed a clip from Venom. And it was like, oh shit, that means they are going to slowly start tying these all in. And then this one ties into the multiverse. All of the fucking things are coming together. It's either, I can't remember if it was Venom or... No, yeah, it was definitely Spider-Verse had the Venom clip.
I also like Venom taking over the shopkeeper as well.
Yeah, Mrs.
He had those weird eyes. That was pretty cool.
I like the blurry, pixely eyes when...
Yeah,
Venom
I like
takes
it too.
it.
It's good.
So I like the effects. All the effects were just nice. Like I think the background suffered a bit in some of the scenes. Like when they're in the park or with the statue, the background seems very off. It looks like a soundstage. But other than that, I think a lot of the backgrounds, the church fight, all very well done. Like the car chase, all well done. Like a lot of the action's very well done. Like all the CGI, because it's Andy Serkis. The man's spent his entire life just creating CGI characters that have weight and feel, and are like.
Andy Serkis is so diverse.
I'm surprised. Maybe he's the voice of Carnage.
Maybe. Should I find out on the internet very quickly? Who's the voice of Carnage?
I imagine it's Woody Harrelson if they're doing the Tom Hardy.
I would have thought so, but if he didn't want to do it.
Maybe. Maybe they wanted to distinguish. Maybe it's not symbiotic. Maybe the voice isn't the host. Oh yeah, the budget of this was 110 million, so it's already made that back, which is good. Most films haven't a lot of the time.
I think it is Andy. Wait, is that Andy? Apparently, Woody Harrelson wanted Andy Serkis to take it over.
Maybe he did the CGI, like the body suit stuff. Like, I do like it when Carnage gets shot and it just tears through him, but he just continues walking. I love that.
Yes, yeah, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
I was going to say very quickly, Harrelson did voice Venom. Sorry, did voice Carnage, but he wanted Andy Serkis to do it.
Ah, okay. Interesting. What else is there in this movie? Because I really enjoyed this movie.
Well, the thing is, there's not too much to say because it is short.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half, and it breezes by quite quickly. Like, I was just sat there enjoying every moment of it. It knows what it's doing, it's set out a clear goal, and it's just executing on it quite well.
I think it's paced pretty well. There is a couple moments I think it does slow down a little bit. I think the rave scene's good, but it does slow the film down.
Yeah. I think the Ravencroft stuff kind of slows it down. Like, where you're trying to get into Carnage and Woody Harrelson breaking in to break her out. And it's just like, oh, this woman's just a bitch. like the nurse or whoever it is, and then I like the fact that she just gets strangled off screen.
Yeah,
because it's like just behind. Like Andy Serkis was talking about how he made the PG-13, but was trying to push the limits, and they do a very good job of like suggesting, like through suggestion, what's happening, because it's like, oh, she's just hanging up. Nah, she's being strangled.
Definitely.
Or like it's weird because how do they get away with the tongue going down someone's throat as like not R-rated, like violent?
Well,
because there's just no blood.
Country.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's weird. I don't get the American rating system at all, because it's like violence is fine, love and sex, no, boobs, no, makes it high up.
What do you prefer, this one or the first one?
I really like this one. I feel like this one I'd watch more because I don't care about the villain in the first one.
Yeah, I agree.
I like Tom Hardy's performance in the first one a bit more, but I really like it in this one. I still just fucking love that lobster scene where he just dumps himself in the lobster tank. It's just such a dumb moment. It's the Joker goes in the fridge moment for me of that film.
I think
that is.
Yeah, I think Eddie's better in the first one, but I think Venom's better in the second one.
Yeah, and I think the villain is more interesting.
Yeah, and Carnage is way more interesting.
Yeah, and also the end credit scene. Just that end credit scene just leaves you on such a high. Like, I literally, when it happened, was just beaming out of my seat. I was just like, wait, what? They actually did this? They actually are finally doing this? I was just so happy when they fucking showed that. I literally looked right and left to see everyone's reaction around me. And I was just like, what is this? Please tell me people are excited about this.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't actually get that because I was in the cinema pretty much by myself.
Yeah, there weren't many people in my cinema, and I was just like, oh, these people are just here to watch a movie.
Yeah.
These people don't care about these characters. These people just watched the first one and were like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. And they probably had no idea what that scene even meant. It was like, oh, Tom Hardy. Cool. Why did the room change?
I think this film, I don't think it's a great film, but it's really enjoyable.
Oh yeah, it's like the first one. It's not a good film, but It's so goddamn fun.
Although I do think this is a better film than the first one.
I compare it to Godzilla versus Kong. Just dumb, schlocky monsters battling.
Yes.
Just doesn't have to have a plot. Take the humans out of it, and it's just great. Don't take Tom Hardy out of it, but it's just entertainment for entertainment's sake. It doesn't have to be groundbreaking cinema. It doesn't have to be the next Batman movie that looks to be fucking great, but it's not pushing the boundaries. It's playing with the boundaries that it's in, and it's having the fucking time of its life.
Yeah.
And I fucking support that, because I don't need every fucking superhero movie to be fine cinema. Like, it means if everything's great, then nothing's great. You gotta have these dumb ones to, like, differentiate from... Like, if every movie was the same, I'd be bored. Like, this is a nice change of pace, and I like Venom for doing it.
Yeah, I think... I'm not gonna lie right now. I think Venom 2 is I said it was the first Venom, to be honest, is a bit sort of...
Critics hate it, and, yeah.
In a way.
Critics hate it and fans like it.
Well, I don't think even so much critics hate it. I think it's just... It depends on what you want as a film. Do you want a good film, or do you want to just have fun?
Yeah. Well, I was watching a bunch of reviews before, just to refresh myself on what other people were saying about it. And a lot of people were quite like, it was fine. I had fun with it, but it's not groundbreaking. And I'm just like, not every movie can be. Like, you gotta have these, like, enjoyable, fun movies that people just have fun with.
But it's not trying to be.
No, it's not trying to be groundbreaking cinema. It knows where it sits, and it does it very, very well.
Exactly.
And I appreciate that, because I don't want every fucking DC movie to try and aim for the sky. I like the Shazams of the world, where they're just terrible, and they know they're terrible, so they just go balls to the wall crazy with them. And I'm looking forward to the next Shazam. Because I didn't get to share all my thoughts and feelings on all the DC stuff. I thought the Batman looked incredible. Flash looked shit.
Black Adam?
I don't care. I don't like The Rock. It
I know
looked
you don't, but
okay.
I'm interested about Dr. Fate, pretty much, and those kind of things. Atom Smasher.
I think the Catwoman animated movie looks really cool. There's a Catwoman animated TV series. Not TV series, animated movie. Also, Harley Quinn season 3. Bring it on. Looking forward to that. they announced that that's actually in development now.
I've still not finished the second one.
It's good. I really enjoyed it.
No, but I need to finish it.
Yeah. What else was from DC?
There's a few games as well. There's Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad.
Oh yeah, I watched the Suicide Squad trailer. That looks interesting. Probably won't get it. And Gotham Knights, I have no interest. It seems weird that they're the opposite of the franchise, because Gotham Knight seems like a continuation of Arkham Knight, and then Suicide Squad looks like a completely different game, but is apparently meant to be set in the Arkham Knight universe.
Correct. Yeah.
But what?
Yeah. You gotta go with it.
Okay. I've tried playing Arkham Knight and I couldn't get into it. I didn't have the time.
Definitely gonna get both of those games because I love Arkham. Actually, my favourite game of all time, I'm pretty sure. At least it's up there, anyway.
Yes.
But I think that is our review over.
Yeah, short and sweet, like Venom.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't... I think we covered everything, to be honest.
The biggest thing is the end credit, and we talked about that for a while. And then the rest of the movie, we had our fun moments. We had our... I don't think there's anything properly bad to say about it.
No, not really. Just a couple of criticisms, but...
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not a groundbreaking film. It's just an enjoyable film. If you go to this film expecting for everything, you're going to be hugely disappointed and hate it. If you go into this just wanting to have a good time...
I still think critics at this point in time are still, because they haven't had movies come out, are like so determined to get the header of like this movie shit that they're not trying to enjoy movies. They're just trying to get the I'm a critic, I know what cinema is, I don't want to watch this crap in a movie theater because it's not cinema. They just want to get that. Whereas I'm just like, I just want to have fun with a movie. If it bores the shit out of me, I don't like it. But if it just entertains me, it's great.
Yeah, it's a good entertaining film. Would recommend. Go watch it. And I think our next review is Eternals.
Yeah, which is coming out soon, in like 2 weeks. They had the red carpet or something this week.
Yeah,
and apparently there's a massive spoiler running around because it's the end credit and it's a major character reveal. And fuck that, because I don't want to avoid the internet for like 2 weeks.
Very quickly, what do you reckon it might be? Do you reckon it's like Kang or something?
It might be Shang-Chi. You never know.
Maybe.
I don't know. It could be anyone at this point, because it could be Captain America. Who the fuck knows? It's just like anyone at this stage could be a major character reveal. Because it also could be just people hyping up something that is just like, oh, this really obscure character that no one in the general audience will know, but comic book fans will know. And then you'll have to go and read like 100 articles going, oh, this is why you should care about this character. It could be fucking Null from the Venom, like, Spider-Man web of shit comic book line. It's like the Grim Reaper or whatever. I can't remember what the fuck it is. But it could be Thanos. You never fucking know with Marvel.
That is true. But we'll have to wait and see.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And we'll see you next week for something. Because, next week is our
Halloween special.
It's a Halloween special where we've got a new series coming out next Friday.
Saturday. I've worked quite hard on this one, so put too much effort into it.
Yes, should we reveal the title of the series or not?
No, we'll leave it for the big reveal on the day.
Yes, okay.
Also, I might push out a thing beforehand just to run through everything, so keep an eye out for that. Just to run through how it all works.
Yes,
because then I don't have to bother explaining it when we do the video. Keeps it slightly shorter.
All right.
But yeah, we'll see you then. Have fun, everybody. Bye.